Welcome back. I'm Dr. Margaret. Today, we'll be talking about a trait in perfectly hidden depression that's about discounting or even denying the reality of what happened in your childhood or young adulthood. One woman comes to mind. She'd been sexually abused by her boyfriend in college for years. He called it rough sex. She knew better and finally got away from him. But she'd also grown up in a family that didn't ever talk about painful emotion. So she hid it all away, or thought she did. But in her marriage, what became very obvious was the immense amount of control she needed. She said to me, I decided in college that I'd never allow anyone else to control me. But what she was realizing in therapy, as she began to have more compassion toward herself, was that she needed to grieve her abuse. That there were many reasons that had made her vulnerable to that kind of abuse. As she grieved, she was then able to realize that an absolute need for control was no longer necessary. She could be more vulnerable in her marriage. She could trust her partner for the person he was, not as someone who might hurt her. Yet self-compassion starts with acknowledgement of something that may have hurt you. And acknowledgement means seeing something as important and as real. Let me give you an example of how you can be taught to deny or discount emotional pain. If you said when you were a child, oh, I'm too scared to do that. Maybe it was about learning to ride a bike or try out for a team. And your parent replied, there's nothing to be scared of, that's silly. Whereas another parent might say, I've been scared of things before, but when I finally decided to try them, they weren't as scary. The second parent was teaching you acknowledgement and self-compassion, realizing that you feel something and that it's real, that you don't have to deny or discount any feelings that you have, and you can work through those feelings. The first parent, they're teaching you that your fear is silly and wrong, and that you should just get over it, which makes you feel terrible. This parent is also teaching you to discount or even deny your fear, and my guess would be that they would teach you to deny whatever feelings or experience you had that they didn't want you to have. They tell you those feelings or experiences were silly as well. This dynamic is a part of any parental abuse or neglect that occurs to children. The message to that child is clear. Your feelings aren't important and they are not even real. A parent might say, I don't care if you're confused or scared or angry. I have control and I'm going to use that control however I want to. If that means I leave you at home when you're a toddler, then so be it. If that means that I don't come pick you up when I'm supposed to, then you're not allowed to have a problem with that, and certainly not allowed to tell anyone. This discounting and denying of pain and fear can then linger into your adult life. No painful feelings you have are important. So in the case of perfectly hidden depression, you camouflage that hurt with smiles, with achievement, with control at all costs. And eventually, you may even deny that there was any hurt in the first place. Oh, I had a great family. How many times have I heard that? When weeks later, someone in therapy begins to reveal the truth to me, but more importantly, to themselves. Self-compassion. It isn't self-pity. It's acknowledging reality. It's dealing with your truth, and it's honoring your perspective. Until next time, take very good care.